hobby workshops to playrooms for the kids and even home gyms. Here to show us how to build our own without breaking the bank is TV carpenter Wayne Perry. There's a challenge, isn't it?
It is. You've got a workshop, haven't you? Or...
I've got a workshop and I've got a potting shed because, you know, one's for gardening and the other's... I like DIY as well, so, yeah.
I've got one as well, and I think over lockdown, everybody had the same idea. They were like, I need to escape the family.
It is a sanctuary,
It is a sanctuary. I use mine as a sanctuary, hide all my tools in there and just work in my little workshop. But even if you've got loads of money, you can't even get hold of any of them at the moment because they're literally sold out.
So popular.
So popular. So a lot of people are doing the DIY version. So obviously, we're going to explore that a little bit with this. But I just wanted to talk about some of the limitations. People are worried about planning permissions.
Yeah,
and
where
like
can you put one up and where can't you?
Yeah, so with permitted development,
yeah.
You're allowed to have anything up to 3 metres if it's 2 metres away from your boundary. If
3 metres what?
High.
High. Right.
So if it's right on your boundary, 2.5 metres high. Right. That's your permitted development. If you live in a conservation area, double check those.
It makes me very grateful to be only 5 feet 8 because you see, plenty of space for me head.
Plenty of space for your head. So that's one of the main things you've got to consider. Yeah. Another thing is location. So where are you going to put it? Have you got access? Can you get in there? Your foundations, make sure it's on a solid base, so like a concrete base or a gravel base, so make sure it's not going to sink into the mud.
You also want to be thoughtful to your neighbours, don't you? If you're depriving them of light, you know, it's not good for neighbourly relations.
That's why that 2.5 metre slot, and that's why you're allowed 3 metres just further away from your boundary. That's why it's done that. Also, plumbing and electrics. Plumbing-wise, don't need to worry about that because if you have plumbing, you pretty much need planning permission. So
so you've got to go through the whole rigmarole.
Exactly. So just go. But electrics, again, you need to get a professional in to make sure your electrics are up to standard.
Yeah, but you don't need planning permission for electrics.
No, because that's part of it. So you can use it as your home office.
Yeah.
So what we decided to do here, we decided to do a bit of an upcycled. So we've kind of gone with like a shipping container. It's similar to a shipping container, but it's a site cabin. So what that benefit is, like building sites have them. So they're insulated on the inside.
Oh, so that sort of work is done for you?
It's already done, so it's already got the electrics inside, it's got windows in there.
What sort of money are you going to pay?
Well, we got ours from Phil Space Limited, and it cost 3,700 quid.
Right.
It is pretty battered, but we didn't mind that, because we wanted to, you know, upcycle it and clad it and make it look nice anyway.
So it's basically a tin box?
It's a tin box. We had to alter a few things, so it had, like, security grills on the windows. We had to angle grind all of those off. We've opened up the doors. But like I said, it's got double glazing. It's got everything we need in there. Talking about access, though, what made me laugh is we've got all this space. We thought, perfect, we can put it anywhere, we'll put it next to the main barn, it'd be gorgeous. They got in and they couldn't, we'd had a turning circle problem.
Yeah.
We couldn't get it in, so they had to kind of crane it in, and then we had to get our friend who's got a tractor to come and forklift it and move it into place.
I remember once on Love Your Garden, we craned one in over a house, over a garden room.
Yeah.
Fully milked, you know, over the house. And my heart was in my mouth as this crane, but that's expensive, isn't it?
It's expensive, so you might save yourself on the shipping container, but bear in mind, you've got to work out where it's going to go.
Yeah.
So the boys have been really busy, and I'm really excited to show you what we've been doing.
See what they've done. Right.
Yeah.
So we went by all those things, then we put it in the right place. We've got lots of room here, so the neighbour fence, it's a farmer's field, so that's not too bad, is it? But...
So my friend Scott from SCA Landscapes worked his magic.
From one tin box, and this is what we've got. That's not bad, is it? It's actually, I think it's fairly beautiful already. Well, it's beautiful to me. I like timber cladding. So you've always had to work out what to clad this box in.
Exactly, because like, it was a blue box. It was steel. It wasn't very pretty.
You know what I mean? Glimpse of what is underneath.
You can see behind there.
Yeah.
So we had a choice of. There's so many choices out there for different cladding. Yeah. We looked at various ones, and originally we were going to go for this by EnviroBuild, which is a composite cladding, which is great. We love this because literally it's made from 90% recycled wood and plastic.
Wood and plastic. So you're utilising materials that would otherwise go to landfill or be thrown away. So in a way, this is definitely recycling if you're using this.
Absolutely, it's brilliant.
Why did you want to go for timber then?
Well,
instead?
They have an amazing colour choice of this. Yeah. But we weren't 100% sure this is going to get stained or painted. We're not quite sure what we want, and then we didn't want to be limited by the. But
also in a countryside environment, somehow that's quite sleek for city gardens and for urban gardens. That will look really quite smart and cool. But this fits the surroundings better, it seems to me, whether or not you stain it or whatever.
Yeah. So we went for spruce. Yeah. Feathered edge spruce.
Yeah. Feathered edge being it's tapered,
and
it overlaps. And the big bit is at the bottom, and that tucks up under.
So
you
true.
Start at the bottom.
Start at your bottom and work your way up. And this lasts about 15 years, pressure treated already, and we can stain
You
it.
batten the front, presumably.
We did, because obviously
before.
it's steel. You don't want to be putting the individual pins into steel.
Yeah.
We put some vertical timbers down at certain intervals. Obviously, we clad round the door frames as well, and then just attached to those. And it went relatively quick. All this was done in 2 days.
2 days.
2 days
amazing.
from it being delivered to being clad in 2 days.
Right,
and we've
so
done
you
it
had
all the
to
way
take
round.
the grills off, as you say. You've made the door bigger.
We've made the door bigger because we wanted this nice big bifold open space.
Does that mean you're talking welding equipment to... Or just
Angle grinder,
cut
cut it out. But what we did as well, to save money, we made a point of looking at what standard size double doors are. Because if you cut a hole bespoke to what's not available, you're limited. I've done it before where I've even got some free because they were throwing them out when someone was doing a renovation, and then I actually built my workshop around the windows that I got for free from
Because
a job.
they're the most expensive part of it, the windows and the doors.
Yeah.
If you didn't get a container like this, you could still build one, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd need decent-sized timbers to make your framework.
Yeah, my workshop at home is made using garden timbers, like 4x4 posts, and then created battens in between, and I've clad it in timber like this.
It's interesting, isn't it, that a garden room is food for the soul. It seems a ridiculous thing to say, but it is that lovely thing of your space, regardless of the weather. It's rather like a gardener's greenhouse. It means you can garden when it's chucking it down or snowing or frozen or whatever. And with this, you can still come in it and be in it and do your hobby or whatever, whatever the weather.
So true. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Spending a minute.
It's taking shape.
It is taking shape. I'm really quite excited about this now. Thanks, man. Now, we'll come back over the series and see how this develops, how you're getting on with it. Can't wait.